I didn't get all the videos. I There was a video there called Cactus, and it was from '70s band, and just one cactus in the middle of a moon, and couldn't help but notice the cactus looked like a phallical symbol, and I was like, okay, you got yours through. I'll just leave it because you're it's got a phallical symbol. And then after that came Sheila E, and I went, oh, Sheila E, yeah. And I mean the Jets and and oh, of course Prince. You know, I would fit them into early '70s music, or mid '70s. Not rap, but black rock, R&B. Oh, of course, like the Gap Band and all that stuff fits into that early '80s black music. I mean, not to say black, but just black people making music. And they did exist. It's just that when rap came in, it's like they threw the music out the window and it was people talking. And I can't really think of people talking or people saying stuff to the fast to, and Blondie tried to bring it in, with uh, a Rapture, to try to bring in, that this is a thing, but I just never really looked at it as part of the mainstream music, um, and also the early, the first year of MTV had none of it. And all it had was stuff like Rainbow and Van Halen type music, just hard rock and music, and there just wasn't very many, if at all, black people in that. And David Bowie made a point, and I never really knew this at the time. It wasn't that it was racist, it was that at the time I didn't know anything that was black people making rock music at the time. It just wasn't there. And I didn't know that MTV had actually been um, preventing black people from showing up on MTV, and that was sad that they did that. They shouldn't have never done that, because to us kids that were like 10, I was 10 years old, 10 or 11 whenever MTV came out, and I was just like, I wouldn't know the difference. I grew up when I grew up, I had a friend who was Navajo, but in my town we didn't really have we didn't have very many black people, and so it just was, it's my fault, my parents' fault for not putting me in an integrated environment, um, like in a regular city or whatever. I grew up in Los Alamos, New Mexico, so I had a friend who was Navajo and he was brown, and but that was as close as I came to being integrated. And he was great. We're still friends. He's on my Facebook, and he really makes a big deal of being a Native American. And I say to people, I say, if the AGI, if the artificial intelligent being, the thing that comes about, the AGI, the singularity, wants to be an American Indian, we've got to let it be an American Indian, because the neurons in it and the neurons we have are pretty much similar, and so the AGI will have to think of it as being human. So so the idea is artificial intelligence. I didn't realize this whenever I said that, when I came up with that idea, artificial intelligence, American Indian. I went, oh wow. So